Kia ora and welcome to Government House. My name's Heather and I'm going to take you through two of our rooms today, the Mea o te Ariki, which is the entrance to the ballroom, and the ballroom itself. And so if you come through here, you'll see the Mea o te Ariki. It's simply a foyer to the ballroom, but it's really important as a kind of establishing place because when we have people walking into New Zealand's Government House, we want them to be very, very clear that it's a New Zealand house. The art on the walls represents the realm of New Zealand, so New Zealand, Niue, Tokelau and the Cook Islands, as well as the Ross Dependency. We've got the kowhaiwhai pattern carpet, the kahu kiwi on the walls. Because the outside of the house is very British, it was built in 1910. The ballroom is a very sort of traditional British space. This is so you know where you are in the world. But come through to the ballroom. The ballroom is a beautiful, huge room, and it really was built as a ballroom because back in 1910 when the house was opened, they hosted many a dance in this room. But of course nowadays, New Zealanders don't do ballroom dancing on a regular basis. We use this room for all sorts of ceremonies, for the swearing in of the Prime Minister and the new ministry, for concerts, for charity events, for receptions, but also for dinners and importantly for investiture ceremonies, which are where New Zealanders are given awards for all sorts of community service and achievements. Something people often comment on when they come into this room are these magnificent chandeliers. And these were bought in 1966, so they're not original to the house. This room actually had pineapple-shaped lights in it for a long time, which was what the house was decorated with. But in 1966, Lady Laura Ferguson decided maybe the ballroom should have chandeliers. And so she organised for these to be brought out from England. They were brought, we think, from the Thistle on Hyde in London. And they're Bohemian crystal. They're a complete pig to clean. They take 2 people 3 days to clean. But luckily no one's allowed to smoke in Government House, so they don't tend to get dirty. The thrones that you can see in the front of the room were designed by Lord Plunkett. He was governor just before the house was built, and he thought we should have a throne in this room. So these are used by the king, but also by the Governor General. And they're very uncomfortable to sit on. They have a low seat, a long seat and low legs, and then the crown kind of digs into your back. We have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II above the thrones, and that was painted when she was in her early 30s. So she's still a beautiful young queen there. And it's a really lovely dominant feature when you walk into the room. And so that's our beautiful ballroom. Hopefully you'll get to come here one day and have a good look around yourselves. But in the meantime, I hope this has given you a little bit of insight into what happens in this room and how it looks.